Welcome back everyone for the bonus part of Signalis. In today's part, we will try our best to achieve all the different endings of this game. Is what I want to say, but I've just done my research and I can already say there's one ending that I can get for a guarantee. All I need to do is find a couple specific items throughout the playthrough in order to ensure that I get it. The other ones are a bit finicky, since you can technically work on all three of them at the same time, or rather all three of them are fighting in the background and it's kind of a gamble to see which of them you get near the end. There's also no indicators whatsoever in the middle of the run that tells you who's currently at the lead, so I will try to play this game differently, a lot faster than my first run, and just hope for the best that we will get to one of the other three endings, while securing the second or last secret ending? I'm not entirely sure. It's a special ending that you can only get by doing some very finicky things in the middle of the run themselves. But don't worry, I will show off all the locations and all the little steps that you need to do in order to unlock it. While I try to get the second ending as well. And then we will figure out how we get around the third ending somehow. Because it seems like some people also had some trouble to get specific endings in this game, so I'm not entirely sure if I can find a way to guarantee it, so we would see, right? We would see. Wish me luck, though. Wish me luck. Now that I've changed it to easy, the rerun should be easier for me, but my bad luck is ever present. Now then, let us go. So, okay, the first key that I need is in the isolation chamber, and I need to set the radio to 96. 96, bottom right corner. Okay. Let's see if that works. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what it was. Maybe I just need to stand still for a while? Maybe? Well, regardless, here's the first key. The key of love. Just let it run for a while and hope for the best in the isolation chamber. Right here. And what exactly is that key? Is there any indication of that key itself? Cycle 888. I've tried to teach Elsa how to dance. It's so cute! How clumsy she can be when it comes to these things. Does every key have a little story to tell? It might. And the second one as well. Cycle 1024. Before I met Elster, I never believed I would find someone I could fall in love with like that. Clearing out the path? Have to say, on easy, it is extremely easy. Like, really, really easy. Oh god. Okay, now that we have cleared out the path in the dark room with the Storches, we need to head over to... Oh my god, there's so much stuff. There's way too much stuff. That's a lot of stuff. I might need to take a double trip here. But that's beside the point. What we actually came here for is the second key that is located... was it left or right of this place? I'm not entirely sure. But regardless, you need to tune your radio to 65. Stand around this area. Is it 65? Oh, I'm not so sure. It should be. Wait a second. Oh, never mind, it's here. The radio didn't really sound that right, but I guess it is the correct frequency. The last time they said at least a couple of numbers. Oh well, I guess every key is a little bit different from each other. Now let's see. The key of eternity. Are you still looking for answers where there are only questions? Of course, because that is what the gamer does. Now let's see. There's nothing but heartbreak at the end. Oh wait, that's... nothing about the cycle? Guess not. Alright then. Well, that's the second key. We need one more. So, if I get this right, the last key has to be around here somewhere with the radio frequency of 240. Now the question is, where exactly was it? Do I need to wait a couple of seconds before it gets activated? Or is it already findable? Oh yeah, okay, never mind. The first one was so slow, the second one was so fast. I'm never sure when those keys are going to show up. But here it is, the key of sacrifice. Really important that you get it before getting the next tower card. Otherwise, you will be completely sealed off. Now let's see. What's this all about? On the horizon, I saw a star fall into the sea, and the sound of thunder, like trumpets of an angel, flew over the water. Okay. A mix of hail, fire and blood hit my wet face, and a third of all creatures that lived in the sea died. Sacrifice. And I think about it. Doesn't the edge of the key kind of look like a guillotine? I should double check on the other keys afterwards, but first and foremost, I need to meet Isa really quickly. We are about to finish the road front. And by the way, I have learned that it is possible for us to skip sequence. All you need to do on the controller is hold the circle button. But I can't do that to Isa. Let's be serious. That's her last second of her life. Even if this one might be the wrong Isa, but still. I just can't ruin her moment. I just can't. God, I hate it when she dies. She's my favorite. For the entire playthrough, she was the queen. She killed the first bot, beat up Adler, finished him off, stabbed him in the eye, and everything else. Only to end up here after finding Erika's shrine and her own. Oh man. So, let me make double sure about it. Nothing but heartbreak. Double S. Double S. Or a mirrored S. Okay, that doesn't really tell me anything. Then we have a key? A tooth? I can't quite say for sure. It kind of looks like an 8 from a certain angle. But I'm pretty sure it's supposed to mean something else. But alright, with this, we have all the keys that we need in order to acquire the secret ending. But before we do that, of course, we need to do something else first. Like, seeing which type of ending we get for this run, right? Our speedy run. It was finished in about maybe 3 hours? Maybe. This is your final warning. You know, on second thought, I've never actually tried to go back before. Now, technically speaking, I would have rushed right through here in order to finish off Adler, so that, not Adler, Falke, so that we could get to the second ending. But on second thought, maybe I can go back. Maybe there is a separate secret to it all. Yes. Yes, there is. Why can I not pick up more of those ammunitions? Come on, the rifle is the strongest thing that I have, right? Adler's diary. I've been fascinated by a particular piece of furniture. Is that the same one that we've already read before? The deck of cards, astronomical symbols. I was playing with the mechanism. Some type of engineer with an orange chess piece. In my memories, she was just another member of our staff. The little enigma of that box could only distract me from the chaos around me for so long. All the box contained was a small notebook. More sick, making my work even harder. How were we meant to shoulder this workload with no reinforcement? My only consolation is that our protector staff decreases. So does the workforce we oversee. While more and more replica ends up in the hospital wing, Gestalt workers seem to succumb much too fast for any attempt at treatments. Another diary filled, for no benefit but my own satisfaction. I have not ordered a new one yet, since I spent my last ration marks on that marvelous looking fountain pen, but I guess I'll make use of that notebook. There's nothing new in there. Excavation Team C. Mirna 1-3. Elster 1. Ara 17 to 18. So we were here, weren't we, Elster 2301? Okay. His diary. Meet with Colibri to review the latest addition to our facility staff. Halfway through the meeting, she stormed out of the room for no discernible reason. Well, incredibly rude of her. I didn't particularly mind it, since I've had quite the annoyance headaches ever since the morning. I had a dream tonight, the first one in a long time. There was a young woman, her hair white as snow, and I was conducting some sort of test. I had a desk of cards with astronomic symbols on them, but I can't remember what I was doing with them. I had to go down to the mining site today for the scheduled inspection. We're still waiting for the new Elster unit that we've ordered. The shipment was delayed by several cycles, but the excavation process is still on schedule, so it shouldn't be a problem as long as no more staff get sick. I finally managed to open that strange box. Sadly, all it contains was a small notebook, of which all pages turned out to be blank. For some reason, I feel like I somehow knew beforehand, as if I had already opened the box before. Did I dream it? Apparently there's a rumor of an infectious disease spreading amongst the Gestalt workers. Could it be another flu outbreak? The timing is quite concerning. Another diary filled, for no benefit but my own satisfaction. I've not ordered a new one yet, since I've spent my saving. Why is it the same one as this one? 7 pages? 7 pages. Wait for that. No, it's different. 21-6. 21-7. The same dates, different accounts. He did mention that he felt like he was experiencing déjà vu, but this is still quite strange. Halfway through the meeting, she stormed out of the room for no discernible reason. The latest addition to the facility's staff. But here, they never mentioned that. All they said was, if there's any good to say about that woman is how she knows how to make others respect her orders. He was talking about the colibri, right? Or was he? Huh. Well, regardless, we have more pages. With the same dates! The same dates! Meet with Colibri to review the latest addition to the facility. As usually, it ended in an extended argument. No matter what I do, that woman just always has to have the last word. Still, we both agreed that the Elster unit was a good investment. So no adjustment will needed to be made for now. So they were talking? Wait. So were we the good addition that they mentioned? I thought he was talking about Colibri. Another boring day. Even the paperwork is uninteresting and trivial lately. On the way back to my room, I saw another star unit hit her head on a door frame. Had to go down to the mining site today from the scheduled inspection. The new Elster unit was showing some surveying equipment to me, when something she said about planets and stars suddenly made me realize what the dial reminded me of. An astronomical calendar. I will have to investigate further at once, now that my shift is over. So we helped him solve the puzzle with the box? Huh. The little enigma of that box could only distract me if the dullness of work for so long. Seems like that is pretty much the same as before. Would it make a nice gift for the commander? Maybe I should ask the Colibri what she thinks. It was a fit of adventurousness. I decided to try something new for dinner and promptly regretted it. I could barely stomach the taste. Such a detestable combination of sweet and savory. It made me sick. Another diary filled. Make use of that notebook. It's the same as before. Elster. Survey. Versatile combat engineer. Until primary designed for orbital servers, these tough and stoic loners are best suited as specialized saber and scout. Their technical knowledge and combat capabilities make these units true survivalists. This seems to be pretty much the same one as before. Why? How did the loop start? Why did they forget us? It seems like, for 3 different occasions, we were there. He wrote about us. There's even a note of our team. Strange. Extremely strange. Well then, regardless. Unless of course maybe something changes again. Nope. Just wanted to make double sure. It's just wanted to make double sure because I already missed the room from the looks of it. But okay, regardless. It's time to go after a falcon. Yep, it's time to kill a falcon. So, alright, not so bad. Didn't even die. It didn't even die. Even though, I have to say, I'm still not really good in that fight. like at all. I got hit so many times, but he's like extremely weak on casual. Oh wait, don't skip it. This might be different now. See my fingers here. Not entirely sure what exactly I need to watch out for. But it should be different. I was extremely fast. Didn't die. Didn't die. Now, we are one. I still like this moment. Even if she had to be pierced like 6-7 times through her head in order to finally get it on. Oh man. Data Adler, I know, I've read your message, I was in your room, I saw your multiple copies of diaries, but I have to do this. I have to do this. I mean, it's the only way to end this cycle, isn't it? It need to run its course. Otherwise, it will never end. Or it might even get worse. Right? Probably. If you go back, it will all fall apart. I can't let that happen. I mean, let's be serious. At this stage, falling apart is the least of your worries, isn't it? I'm barely holding together. Everything is overgrown by flesh. But I see your frustration, Adler. You've been trying so hard. Okay, what exactly is the difference? Are the notes different? Can't quite say. Looks pretty much the same so far. I mean, I did mention that it is a bit of a gamble to get a different ending in this game. Let's hope that I got a different ending. It's still the same. Same messages. Same everything. Everything is the same. Even our body is still here. Despite the efforts, still fallen ill. Couldn't keep my promise. Okay. This is all that's left. Are you going home? Yeah, sure. I think the color is different. But I'm not so sure. We're still waking you up. Hello there. I've come back for you. It's me, Elster. Elster? Yes? I'm sorry, but I don't remember. It's okay. Oh, we're still dying. We are still dying. I'm me, but you aren't yourself. Perhaps this is hell. Please, just let me stay by your side. A little longer. Once again, we have the pulse of the one Elster, where you got the spare parts. Now the question is this the ending of the Elster who failed to keep her promise, even though she remembered it? Wasn't she able to do it because Ariana doesn't remember? Or maybe that's Alina. I mean, we've been talking about synchronicity and bioresonance for a while now. At this point of time, I'm fully convinced that she's slowly acclimating herself into Alina's shoes. Maybe the process wasn't finished yet. Just like Elster needed her time to fully become the old Elster, right? She went from 211 all the way back to 512. Huh. Well, at the very least, we didn't murder her this time. We didn't keep our promise, but it doesn't seem like she's in pain. So, maybe the world isn't falling apart either, because everything who's keeping it together is still intact. I'm actually not entirely sure what causes the world to collapse to begin with. But I guess there's probably an explanation somewhere in the game for it, right? It can't be that it's just because of the gate. I'm not even sure what the gate is all about. I mean, I'm pretty sure during my rerun I saw it once more in the Icescape, right in the intro sequence before we found that hole that led us to the radio station, which in turn led us all the way back, rather all the way at the end to the boss fight. So I'm not entirely sure what this gate is all about. Maybe it's a time gate? Dimension gate? I'm not so sure. Well, regardless, it certainly had an effect on everyone involved. Some people are able to come back from it, like the Falcon unit, even though she had been permanently altered afterwards, and continued to spread the influence in Ariana's stead, from the looks of it. I mean, let's be serious. How the heck was Ariana able to reach Alina and the Elster units? There's so many possibilities, right? There's so many possibilities. But regardless, I shouldn't go into theory territory just yet. After all, we still have 2 more endings to see. So, for the third ending, the final, normal ending. Well, this time around we're outside. That's a fresh change. That's too much. Forgive me. You're not even going to check up on her? No? Oh. Okay. I didn't expect an ending like that. It seems like she completely gave up on her. She couldn't endure her own pain and the pain of others. Or she was unwilling to face the consequences of her actions if she actually pushed through it. I mean, she did receive multiple warnings. Maybe it was really too much. At least for a robot that has to constantly die and be reborn. So, for the final, secret ending, you need to make sure to bring all 3 keys into this room before you crawl through this tunnel. Otherwise, you won't be able to get back. Now, if you have all the 3 keys, you just need to unlock the safe right in the corner of this room, one by one. And after that, you still need to find a specific code in order to unlock said safe. Now don't worry, I've already wrote it down. It is actually the code that they told you right at the intro of the game itself. The very, very long code when her face was slowly falling to pieces. If you wrote those down, even to the last digits, when it becomes extremely hard to read thanks to those glitches, you will be able to open the safe. 39 48 6 60 170 24 32 6 0 1 0 6 4. Alright. Now, let's open it. A flower. White lilies? Pick up the flower? Yes, of course. Is it the same flower that we've seen? You know, the one at the spaceship? Where are we? Es ist vollendet, das Geheimnis dieses Gottes. Remember our promise. What the hell was that about? 6 bodies? A coffin? Giant eye in the sky? And a final dance. I've also noticed that one of those bodies had the orange suit from our little ice exploration. Were those 6 different versions of Elsters? All from a different part of the loop? The first one, the snow one, the resurrected one, and the 3 different types of endings? But why? Why? And that pillar, once again, the pillar at the center of the room. It had the shape as the one that we've seen before, in the place of nowhere, with the 3 stars on top of it. 3 different plates, 6 different plates, 6 different pillars, and a table-like coffin in the center of it all. I've actually noticed that if you were to go through the whole game again, there is a room that looks identical to that other room with the 6 plates. The 6 keys, or rather the 5 keys. The layout right in front of the operating table is exactly the same. But why? Why? Maybe it's related to the procedure of a Gestalt being turned into a replica? Or is it related to Ariane? When Ariane diagnosed herself with the radiation poisoning? I mean, it could be either. I'm still not entirely sure how exactly she was able to survive for so long. Maybe... I mean, they never really fully explained bioresonance either. I had my slight suspicion, seeing how Falke, Elster, Adler, Ariane, Alina kind of all are linked together with each other and show similar regrets and actions throughout the whole game, that maybe, I mean, let's be serious, the whole game is about synchronicity, limitation, and the destruction of the previous ego. Maybe, as a last resort of Ariane, she ended up resonating with the corpse of Elster to stay alive? I mean, let's be serious, she was seeking out her own death because of her suffering. But at the same time, the human spirit has a very strong will to survive, even during the worst possible odds, as you've seen with Adler. His entire being was falling apart. He became a flesh puppet zombie thing. And he still wanted to live and protect the dear one, like Falke. Right? Maybe she has used her bioresonance to transfer herself into Elster, and then Elster was carried from the Penrose to the HQ, and both of them were mixed together, but they didn't know about it, thanks to suppressed memories. And then maybe something else reminded them of their previous selves. So Ariana reached out again with bioresonance from Elster within, infected others, which inflicted even more bioresonant thingies. I don't know. I don't know. Even after the last ending, I'm not entirely sure what is going on. But I know for a fact that if you manipulate a person's mind, you can force them to think that certain events have never happened before, that certain agendas and days are played on repeat. You can force them to think like that with enough manipulation. And bioresonance seems to be all about manipulation of memories involving everyone around. That would explain why the facility was slowly running apart, and some of them were able to remember Elster and some didn't, right? That would certainly explain it. But what about the gate? Was the gate a hallucination as well? Was there nothing at the core of the planet? But that couldn't be it. That couldn't be it. Especially with that eye thingy. What's up with that eye? Is that the manifestation of Ariane in Elster's mind? The one who infected her but didn't want to corrupt her either? She just wanted to be with her and also remind her of her promise? Did she become a god on the server? And now that being is acting like a virus, spreading across the whole nervous system of everyone involved, and everyone who isn't able to handle the consequences of the infection just fall apart? Is that it? Is that the reason why Adler was able to handle it better than the others? I mean, he did have a weakness to bioresonance. Maybe that allowed him to manifest as Elster, because only Elster is allowed to live in a world filled with Arianas. I mean, she didn't really like that many people. Elster was the only one that she actually cared about. She was bullied. She never understood her government. They ran all kinds of weird experiments on her, and let's be serious, at the end of her life, she got abandoned by the people. I wouldn't be surprised that she might be kind of vengeful about it and forcefully change everyone around her as a result, unconsciously, In her dreams, perchance. But I guess we will never know, right? We will never know, because there's no actual explanation. This is all just theories that get stringed together by the community, by the players, and weird theories. But alas, that's the fun part about games, right? There is no solid answer. You need to find your own. And if you can't find your own, maybe sit together with a group and discuss the endings. That usually helps me, at least. Well then, regardless. I hope you guys had fun with this playthrough, even though it was a bit on the shorter side. And I hope to see you guys again in my other playthroughs. Until next time, bye bye!